1010 Wins at 92.3 FM, New York.
Good morning. 51 degrees at 10 o'clock. I'm Kathleen Marple-Kalb, and here's what's happening. It's now officially a war. Israel makes its first formal declaration since 1973, saying 600 have died in the Hamas attack, and Americans may be among them. NYPD tightens security amid word of a planned pro-Palestinian rally in Times Square. Governor Hochul has condemned it. Earthquake disaster in Afghanistan. More than 2,000 people killed there. Search on for 4 suspects in an anti-gay attack in Chelsea. 72-year-old man suffered a broken jaw. Never mind no makeup. Makeup? How about just plain no makeup? Some women are trying it. Rutgers loses to Wisconsin. Texas, Houston, Philadelphia, and Arizona win in the baseball playoffs. 10 wins AccuWeather. Sun early, clouds later, breezy and cool with a high of 62. Winds East time 10:01. Traffic and transit now. Here's Jody Vale.
And Kathleen, let's go to Brooklyn and Queens. Heading to Queens, a little tough right now on the Whitestone Bridge. We've got a broken down vehicle in the Queens-bound the span, I should say, so it's all jammed up. And side jams in the northbound Cross Island at Bell Boulevard to the Bronx Neck. Now, the Gowanus, that's slowing down. Industry City, then up to the inbound BQE. We're seeing more jams from Hamilton Avenue up to Cadman Plaza. And more road work on the southbound side, right near the Williamsburg Bridge. We've got the Staten Island Expressway closures for the Staten Island Half Marathon. Westbound between the Verrazano Bridge and Clove Road, it is just all jammed up, hardly moving. And also belt delays eastbound off the Verrazano Stillwell Avenue. Now, here's what you need to know about the bridges and tunnels on the Hudson side. Still about 5 to 10 at the GWB. Inbound, outbound's about 10 to 15 from the Cross Bronx. And Lincoln and Holland, we're looking at minor delays. Next report in 10 minutes, 1010 Wins and 92.3 FM.
This is now formally a war. That is the sound of Israeli airstrikes in Gaza one day after the surprise Hamas attacks. Now, this morning, our time, Israel's Security Cabinet issued a formal declaration of war. That is the first time that has happened since 1973, and in the declaration, they authorized what they called significant military steps. Now, Israeli media saying 600 Israelis have died, a Palestinian official saying at least 300 Palestinians were killed. And just minutes ago, U.S. Secretary of State Tony Blinken said Americans may be among the dead. No other details on that right now. This, as Israeli soldiers have reportedly exchanged fire with the Lebanese militant group Hezbollah after those militants launched strikes in what they described as solidarity with Hamas in an effort to recover disputed land. The Hezbollah action raises the possibility of a larger regional conflict as the fighting goes on.
Images on social media show heavily armed Palestinians on motorbikes and pickup trucks crossing into Israeli communities. Israel confirming Hamas has taken soldiers and civilians hostage. A spokesperson for Hamas calling the attack Operation Al-Aqsa Storm, telling all Palestinians to take up arms and fight.
That is correspondent Jordana Miller. Times of Israel reporting that all civilian hostages have been released and their captors killed. Now more from the scene with the BBC's Jalan Nell.
In Gaza, there were celebrations after an Israeli tank was captured and stolen Israeli military vehicles were driven in. But soon the deadly pounding by Israeli warplanes began. The Israeli military saying it was targeting Hamas sites. Many Palestinian families have fled from their homes and are seeking safety in UN-run schools. After this unprecedented surprise attack, Israel is calling up military reservists.
UN Security Council is set to meet this afternoon to talk about the situation. It's already becoming a political issue in the U.S.
On the campaign trail, Republican candidates seized on a prisoner exchange the White House negotiated in September, which unfroze $6 billion in Iranian assets.
I would not be at all surprised if part of that tremendous wealth that they just accumulated went into all of a sudden watching this level of aggression.
But the White House pushed back hard, saying that not a penny of the money has been spent and that these funds have absolutely nothing to do with the horrific attacks, and this is not a time to spread disinformation.
Correspondent Christina Raffini. As all of this unfolds, a pro-Palestinian rally is planned for this afternoon in Times Square. The group calling itself NYCDSA yesterday tweeted the plan for a 1 p.m. what they called All Out for Palestine event in Times Square, urging people to stand in solidarity with the Palestinian people and, quote, their right to resist. Governor Hochul's condemned the event. 1010 Winds has reached out to the NYPD. They say they're not aware of it. This as the NYPD and their counterparts across the country step up their efforts.
What we're seeing is a significantly more police presence, at least in some major cities. We know that New York has seen an increased police presence around some places of worship for the Jewish and Islamic faith, and the same goes for some areas of Los Angeles, particularly around Beverly Hills. This isn't something that happens normally when you have situations like this around the world, where potential tensions could come from overseas back to the United States.
Correspondent Luis Martinez. Cardinal Dolan's issued a statement saying his heart goes out to the assaulted people of Israel and the Jewish community. There are a lot of New Yorkers with loved ones in Israel. Hillary Kramer Coyne is one of them. She told Channel 7.
Nothing prepares you to wake up and find out that your child is in a bomb shelter and is helplessly there, and there's nothing I can do. But worse, there's nothing at this moment that the Israelis can do specifically for her. They're doing what they can.
Of course, stay with 1010 Winds for all of the latest developments as they come in. It's 51 degrees. It's sunny. We're going up to 62 today in Midtown. Coming up, an update on the earthquake disaster in Afghanistan.
40 days up to 40 pounds. Say it with me. 40 days up to 40 pounds. That's how much you could lose when you join NJ Diet. Because NJ Diet only takes 40 days to lose 20 to 40 plus pounds. With NJ Diet's contractually guaranteed money-back program, you have absolutely nothing to worry about. NJ Diet is 100% tailored to you by using bioenergetically personalized supplements based on your hair, saliva, and blood work. Then NJ Diet uses DNA testing to create your ideal diet plan and workout regimen to help you keep it off for the rest of your life. 40 days up to 40 pounds can be a real thing. Unlike other weight loss systems, NJ Diet is all natural. No shots, no hormones, no pre-packaged foods, and no surgery. With offices throughout New York City, Westchester, Long Island, New Jersey, Connecticut, and Pennsylvania, or live online video consultations. Visit njdiet.com or call 855-5NJ-DIET. That's 855-5NJ-DIET. 40 days up to 40 pounds. 40 days up to...
Death toll rising in Afghanistan, where more than 2,000 people are now confirmed killed in earthquakes.
2 earthquakes were around a magnitude 6.3, and a spokesman for the government says 4 villages in the Herat province sustained the brunt of the damage. There were several smaller tremblers as well. The World Health Organization in Afghanistan says it's dispatched ambulances to try to help. Videos on social media show hundreds of people in the streets outside their homes and offices in Herat City, which is near the Iran border. I'm Jackie Quinn.
Mayor Adams' 4-day Central American tour on migrants finished in Colombia.
New York City Mayor Eric Adams is wrapping up a tour of Mexico, Ecuador, and Colombia. Key points on the migrants' dangerous journey to America. He says asylum seekers are being fed misinformation that New York has jobs and shelter, but the city has run out of both.
We want every single person who's thinking about risking their lives and their children's lives to come to New York City to know the truth.
Mayor Adams recently tightened shelter rules to limit adults to only 30 days in city-run facilities. He calls it a necessary step to relieve overcrowding.
Correspondent Michael George. At the Darien Gap, Adams was heckled. The man yelled, "Shame on you," at him in English. 3 new homeless shelters are set to open on Staten Island, reportedly with rules that exclude migrants. A Department of Social Services spokesman telling the Advance the 3 sites are intended to serve long-term New Yorkers experiencing homelessness, strongly suggesting they're not designed for migrants. City Head says it has to expand shelter capacity because more than 116,000 people are now in its care. 51 degrees, going up to 62 in Midtown. It's sunny. Just a sunny, cool autumn day. Traffic is next on 1010 Winds.
At Staples, you can count on every project being print perfect, guaranteed.
I need invitations and posters printed, and they have to be perfect.
I need beautifully bound booklets and presentations for my business.
Your invitations and booklets will be in captivating color and will be done right every time. That's Staples Print Big Promise. And right now at Staples, get $50 off your print purchase of $150 or more. Try Staples and see the difference. Ends 10/14. Exclusions apply. See associate or visit staples.com/print for details.
Liberty Mutual presents How to Be the Life of the Party.
Okay, first turn the music off.
then ask for everyone's attention. Now, tell them that you customized your home insurance with Liberty Mutual and saved hundreds. Boom! Now everyone knows you're not just a pretty face. You have some brains inside that face that know how to save hundreds on home insurance. Woo!
Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com. Based on recent survey of new customers who switched and saved. Underwritten by Liberty Mutual Insurance Company and affiliates. Excludes Massachusetts.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Hey, you're up next.
My throat hurts so bad. There's no way I can sing tonight.
Here, try these.
Vicks VapoCool Drops.
Yeah, Vicks VapoCool Drops has maximum strength menthol with a rush of Vicks vapors.
Ooh, I can already feel it.
I told you. So, you ready?
I'm ready.
Vaporize sore throat pain fast with Vicks VapoCool Drops.
My dad has a cold, but also has high blood pressure. That's why I got him Vicks DayQuil High Blood Pressure for max strength daytime relief. Unlike some ordinary cold medicines, it's specially formulated for people like my dad. DayQuil High Blood Pressure is sugar-free, alcohol-free, and decongestant-free.
Vicks DayQuil High Blood Pressure. The daytime, non-drowsy, coughing, aching, fever, sore throat, cold and flu for people with high blood pressure.
Like my dad.
Medicine. Use as directed.
Winds use time 10:11. Traffic and transit now. Here's Jody Vale.
And let's go to the Bronx. We're seeing the jams on the Bruckner and the Deegan as you make your way off the RFK Triborough, so we'll keep our eye on this. Also, here's what you need to know about the bridges and tunnels on the Hudson side. In at the George, still 5 to 10, but outbound's about 20 minutes from the westbound cross Bronx. Those slowdowns going back to the Bronx River. East side here in town, we're getting all jammed up. Northbound Harlem River Drive from the 150s up to the bridge. Lincoln and Holland, it's about 5 to 10, and a broken down vehicle cleared at the Whitestone. Those jams are also clearing out. Bronx Neck, it's a pretty decent ride, but the northbound Cross Island is going to slow down at Bell Boulevard. In Harriman, clearing out this crash on the New York State Thruway. This is southbound right after exit 16 for 17. And here in town, that no parking zone continues for the Hispanic Day Parade. It starts around noon along 5th Avenue from East 44th to East 72nd Streets. And traffic sponsored by the Meadowlands Racetrack's FanDuel Sportsbook. The FanDuel Sportsbook, located inside the Meadowlands Racetrack, is the #1 sports book in North America. Open 7 days a week with tons of TVs and betting kiosks. For info, visit playmeadowlands.com/FanDuel. 21 or older to wager. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Next reports at 10:21. 1010 wins and 92.3 FM.
Now, the AccuWeather 4-day forecast with meteorologist Matt Benz.
It's still a good deal of sunshine out there right now, Kathleen, but just starting to see some clouds sneaking over Midtown, very small cumulus clouds, but clouds are thicker across North Jersey, so we'll see sunshine mixing with clouds from here on out. Blustery and cool, a high of 62 here for this afternoon. Tonight, breezy, chilly, low 49. Tomorrow, still quite cool, partly sunny sky with a high near 60. Tuesday may start off with a shower or two for the morning commute. Shouldn't be a big impact with a partly sunny sky. Not quite as cool either with a high of 65. And for Wednesday, dry, mostly sunny, with a high again of 65. Currently, it's 54 degrees in Central Park. We have a relative humidity down to 66%. Repeating, the current temperature is 54, heading up to 62 this afternoon in Midtown. I'm meteorologist Matt Benz on New York's weather station. 1010 wins on 92.3 FM.
Winds use time 10:13. Police want your help finding suspects in an anti-gay attack in Chelsea that left a 72-year-old man with a broken jaw. This happened last month, Friday, September 15th, just after 10 p.m. Police say the man was at West 17th Street and 9th Avenue, and 4 males made anti-LGBTQ comments and jumped him. They punched him, kicked him, and hit him with objects. The victim taken to the hospital for treatment of a fractured jaw and lacerations to the face and hands. Suspects ran off. They were last seen entering 420 West 19th Street. Police have released pics and urge anybody with info to call Crime Stoppers. Winds and use time 10:14. Well, it's NFL Day in London and a busy one here at home, too. That's next.
In honor of all those we've lost to cancer and those still fighting and thriving, like basketball analyst Dick Vitale.
I want to beat cancer. I'm going to beat it. That's no doubt in my mind. I'm going to win this battle.
Defeating cancer will take all of us. At the V Foundation, V is for victory over cancer. V is for victory over giving up.
Don't give up. Don't ever give up.
Join our team in the fight against cancer at V.org.
This Customer Service Week, Bank of America is celebrating teammates who go above and beyond to support their clients. Like Bruno, a Better Money Habits volunteer champion who helps debt feel less scary by giving clients tips and tools to tackle it little by little. For all your financial goals, we're here to listen and help. What would you like the power to do? Learn more at bankofamerica.com/about. Bank of America N.A. member FDIC, equal credit opportunity lender.
Wednesday time 10:15. Now Erica Herskowitz with sports.
Week 5 kicks off in the NFL for the Jets and Giants today. Both play on the road. The Jets visit Denver after the Giants take on the Dolphins in Miami. Big Blue, coming off Monday night's 24-3 loss to Seattle, has dropped 3 of its first 4 games. It's still early, though, says Giants quarterback Daniel Jones.
I didn't expect to be in this position, but at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter now. It's about what we do from here and how we correct the things we need to correct, how we improve, and where we go from here. So that's what we're focused on. That's what I'm focused on.
Jones was sacked 11 times last week against Seattle, but don't expect any reinforcements on the offensive line later today. Starting left tackle Andrew Thomas will miss his 4th straight game with a hamstring injury.
Frustrating, but like I said, just trying to keep a positive mindset, keep doing what I can, all the rehab, rest, any recovery stuff I can do, I'm trying to do all that.
And so while Thomas sits, running back Saquon Barkley was upgraded to questionable, but he's also not expected to play after being limited this week at practice with the right ankle sprain. The Major League Baseball playoffs roll on today with a pair of American League divisional games on tap. After knocking off the defending champion Astros in yesterday's opener 6-4, the Twins will look to take a 2-0 lead in the series when they meet in Game 2 at Minute Maid Park later today. First up, though, the Orioles will attempt to draw even when they host the Rangers in Game 2 at Camden Yards. Texas took Game 1 Saturday 3-2. Erica Herskowitz, 1010 Win Sports on 92.3 FM.
Wednesday's time 10:17. Well, Coyotes of New York is a good name for a rock band, but it's also a real issue in the city. Yeah, new report says they're expanding their range throughout the area. Officials telling News Nation there are coyotes in every borough except Brooklyn because there's plenty of food and space for the critters. Recently, they've been seen in Claremont Park in the Bronx, strolling through Queens. Rescuers even fished one out of the East River. Now, city officials say they are not generally dangerous and they try to avoid people, but if you see one, you should report him to Wildlife NYC. Wednesday's time 10:17. Well, no makeup has been a thing for years. Now some women are taking the next step.
My color, my comfort. A new celebrity has joined the ranks of women embracing the no makeup look.
I feel like it's just freedom. It's like a relief.
Pamela Anderson with Vogue France getting ready for Paris Fashion Week.
Something just kind of came over me and I was dressing in these beautiful clothes and I thought, I don't want to compete with the clothes. I'm not trying to be the prettiest girl in the room.
56-year-old stunner says chasing the idea of beauty in fashion magazines will only leave you disappointed or a little sad. She says she's the happiest she's ever been in her own unadorned skin.
That's correspondent Deborah Rodriguez. I'm happy too, but only with my mascara. Wednesday's time 10:18.